Welcome to the Horrifying Ooze, where we give you all the news that is important to our undead community. Here is your host, Jim.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us as we give you the news that is important to you. Reverend Henry Kane made the news today, after spending his time out of the limelight, discouraged by his loss known as the Poltergeist 3 incident. He was taking a walk when he was suddenly chased down by some angry Americans, who mistaken him to be President Joe Biden. Kane wasn't hurt, and the angry Americans disappeared when realizing their mistake. The authorities are not looking into this further. And now here to discuss the events of the Stranger Things 4th contest is Bloody Mary.
Once again, the upside-down world suffered a brutal defeat. Truthfully, I am surprised with the 4th attempt, considering the last run was a complete disaster as they attempted to add more comedy into the sport. I guess they thought they had a stronger offense this time, considering they knocked out Hopper and removed Eleven's powers. They had a very strong leader in Vecna, and it seemed like a perfect opportunity for the upside-down world to pick up a win. Certainly, more powerful and interesting than the Mind Flayer or the Demogorgon, Vecna showed a lot of promise. With his ability to get inside the mind of his victim and his method of killing, I thought that they would have this one in the bag, but then the humans started with their dirty games. First, we had a surprise that Hopper was still alive. How did he survive an exploding accelerator? I honestly have no idea. If I was a coach in the upside-down world, I would have called foul. Then, surprise surprise, there was a way for Eleven to get back her powers. Ridiculous. Seemed like the cards were stacked against Vecna from the very start. It was dirty pool all around. I must admit, the humans did have a standout new player in Eddie. Maybe I'm a sucker for old Metallica music, but he was just an enjoyable and likable player. I would love it if the reanimator could bring him back to life so I can interview, torture, and grind his bones for my stew. To wrap things up, that annoying 11 girl shows up, in the end, to defeat Vecna after getting an I love you speech from Mike. I really needed to gargle hot lava to get that bad taste out of my mouth. A very sad defeat to a strong and powerful player. I heard it, through the death vine, that the upside-down world wants to take one more shot at 11 and her friends. I say, they should really look through the rules of engagement this time. I would bet my last toad tail that the humans have a trick up their sleeve with that Max player. Honestly, if the upside-down world could take out 3 or 4 of those human brats, I would consider that a win. Back to you, Jim.
Thank you, Bloody. Now for the weather, let me introduce you to our new weather woman, Sue.
Thank you, Jim. I am so happy I was able to pass the torture test that landed me this job.
Once I heard those screams of despair, I knew you would make a perfect addition. Are we going to have a change in this weather?
Absolutely, we have the most wonderful night in front of us.
Really?
As long as your idea of wonderful is raging thunderstorms and flash floods, then yes. A wonderful night.
That is amazing.
We really did need a break from all that sunshine and nice weather.
You hear that, kids? We are going for a hike tonight. Thank you, Sue.
It was my displeasure.
Tonight our main story really hits close to home. Our former weatherman, Sam, was found dead in a dumpster right outside our studio. The authorities have been searching for evidence, but have come up with nothing. There is a theory that Sam was having an affair with someone at the Witching Council that turned bad, but no one from the Witching Council is cooperating. The authorities also state that they are not able to rule out suicide, as of yet, but the lack of evidence is baffling. We, here at the station, are holding rituals and sacrifices in hopes this will help the authorities figure this one out. Sam, from the bottom of my cold heart, you are missed. That is all the news we have for tonight. May you have an evening filled with torture from your family.
What was your favorite story? Comment below. Join us next week for another episode of Horrifying Ooze.